everybody, I'm Katie.
I'm Rowyn.
And we're going to teach you guys how to get rid of the late winter blues with a few early gardening projects for the season.
Yeah.
So, what I do every winter, probably late December, early January, is I start getting antsy for gardening time. So I'll go through all my old seeds from the year before or a few years before, whatever I have, and I'll start to make a list. Honestly, I'm buying seeds earlier than that, and I'm always on the lookout for good prices and good sales and just new vegetables or fruits that I'm getting into. But so I'll get some new seeds, but I always try to get rid of the old seeds, especially when it comes to onions and leeks, any of the allium family. Those will not last typically more than 2 years, so you always want to try to use those up. So there's a few things that we can do right now though. So after I made my list, this is my list here. I make a lot of lists. My husband makes fun of me. This kind of gives me an idea. Okay, oh yeah, I have to start this now. I have to start this week. And so before we left for Tennessee last time, I had started my asparagus from seed. A lot of people just buy the asparagus crowns, but it's a lot cheaper and you can do a lot more if you buy the seeds. This was probably like $3 for all these seeds, and we got back from Tennessee and they were really leggy. So we're not really set up in this apartment for a good spot in the sun, so we went out and got this little lamp here. It's an LED plant grow light, and it seems to be working a little better. I just don't want them huge. So one of the projects we're going to do is we're going to repot these and make them, because you don't want them leggy, they'll bend over. That's what leggy means, when they get too tall and they can't hold their own weight at the top. So we want them to be nice and strong instead of leggy, so we're going to repot some of these and put them deeper into the soil, which you can do with a good number of plants. Not all of them like to be consistently retransplanted, but it's probably, at this point, I'm better off transplanting them. So, Rowyn, before we do that, let's talk about a few of the other things we can do. Go ahead.
Can we show something?
Yeah. Sure. Do you want to show me your beans?
We have this project over here.
Okay, so this project was one of Rowyn's homeschooling projects.
This, of course...
Tell them what we did.
So, for this project where we were like seeing if the plants would work, and this
under different conditions, right?
Under different conditions. And this one, we have a winner here.
That one actually grew. And this is one that I did not think was going to grow. So
I thought that this one and the water one would work.
So go grab them all, if you can reach in there. So what we did is we took bean seeds, which is probably one of the easiest to transplant.
Was the best of them all.
Yeah. So what we did is we took bean seeds and put them in bags. We put 2 beans in each bag, and this was the bag with no dirt. As you can see, they're growing like mad.
That's the best one. Look at these two. Look at these two, and then
seems to be the best one out of them all.
Look at these two. I knew this one would grow. I did.
And Rowyn also thought that this one was going to grow with no water, and I was like, she doesn't know, but that one has no chance of growing at all. And surprisingly, this one actually did better than the one with water and dirt. But we're going to probably retransplant these.
Yeah, we're going to retransplant them.
And even though it's a little bit early for beans, I mean, we can put it in a pot and they'll survive. It's just something to do for fun and just so kids can see. Like, this root system is really, really good.
And it's only better than this? What?
It's only had water, no dirt. Okay.
Wait, can I take out the other one?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Here, you want to go get a close up. You can show them.
Close up.
So those are really healthy plants, and it just gives kids a chance to just play with a gardening project in the middle of winter when it's kind of dreary and cold outside. Okay. There's one thing that I'm really excited about. I They don't have roots on them yet, but I went and I took clippings from raspberry bushes, and because you have to prune them every year anyway, or else they get out of control. And I got about a couple hundred clippings just like this. You can trim them like a couple inches from the ground. Some of them are 4 or 5 feet long already, so you can get about two, 3, sometimes even 4 raspberry clippings off of each long stem. So then I put them in the dirt a couple inches down, and it's been really cold, but now that it's warming up out, these little nodes here will grow roots and they'll turn into plants, and that's how you can multiply your own stock really quickly over the years. Another thing I like to do in late winter is, Rowan, what are these? You know what these are?
I see it. I know they're potatoes.
What kind of potatoes?
Potatoes.
No, what kind? Can you guess? There's 2 kinds. There's regular potatoes and there's sweet potatoes. Which one do you think?
This one's a sweet potato because it's a little pink.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
This one's a regular potato.
No, they're both sweet potatoes. So, sweet potatoes actually grow from slips, not from seed potatoes, which most farmers plant their potatoes with just a chunk or a whole potato. And it would, like when you leave it in the, you leave your potatoes in the cupboard too long, when it develops eyes, those are what develop into the stem. So you just pop those in a hole, which you can do with any of your extra potatoes. Never throw them away if they have eyes. Just pop them in the ground the next spring, and you'll grow a whole bunch of potatoes. But for sweet potatoes, which you can still grow in New York where we are now, even though we're moving to Tennessee. Okay, so these sweet potatoes I started, 2 months ago. All I did was, did you have them the close-up?
Yeah, I already gave them
okay. A close-up. So all I did to start these sweet potatoes was I took 1 whole sweet potato and popped it in a mason jar of water. And some people use toothpicks to keep half of the potato out above the water in the air. Once it grew roots, I just put them in a little bit of dirt, and now it's taking off. And these will keep going. So, these potatoes, you start them early because each plant is grown from a slip. Now, when you put these slips in the ground, each one has to be about this big. It needs to have at least this much leaf on it. So you want to start them early so that you can take cuttings from this. I would probably, once it got this big, I'd probably cut it right here and then stick this top part in a glass of water, or in probably a glass of water to start until it develops roots. And then you stick those roots in dirt. And then over time, you're just going to accumulate 20, 30, as many sweet potato clippings as you want. You can grow this all year. Sometimes you'll find that the leaves get, for whatever reason, if it's a little cold or touches the window, because you want to get these in the sun as much as possible. If your leaf starts to look funny or grow any mold on it, or get some frost burn or whatever, if it's really on a cold day and it's too close to the window. Could be frostbite, yeah. You could just clip that leaf off and it should keep growing. So it's just a way to be able to grow these sweet potatoes, and they're so much fun to grow. They get huge. I mean, we've grown ones this big. And they're awesome and super healthy. So I'm just starting early because the slips are kind of expensive. I'd rather grow them myself, and it's just fun. It looks like a houseplant. Right here, I also have something that's fun to do, and something that you have to do for certain seeds to get better germination, and that's called cold stratification. I only started doing this last year. It's kind of like a next level gardening technique, but if you ever seen that on the seed packet where it says cold stratify your seeds for 30 to 60 days or whatever, that means you can put them in the refrigerator or freezer. You could always just Google it as far as how long to do each type of vegetable, fruit, or flower. Some of them like to have water in them. This is lavender. So on the packet it said keep it moist. So I just put it in a wet paper towel. I have 2 different kinds of lavender. And I just make sure that stays moist and leave it.
Cool.
Yeah, and I just marked it 30 to 40 days and when I put it in there. So I'll be able to remember when to take it out. And that's coming up soon in a couple weeks. Maybe 1 week I'll be able to plant these. So I'm excited for that. These are Bells of Ireland, which is a cut flower. I highly recommend. It's actually more of like a greenery type plant.
And falling down.
They're so pretty.
Bells of Ireland breaking down.
They're gorgeous. They're
Wait.
green and they're really pretty.
Is there a clock tower somewhere?
London Bridge.
London.
But
London Bridge.
let me see. Can I borrow that? Did I see the little baby packets in there?
Excuse me. Can I just point out something?
Yes.
Are these seeds for ants?
Oh yeah. These
What kind
ones.
of size is it?
These are super
Is
cool.
it small, point, tiny, teeny?
Can I see that? Thank you. These ones we are
The
growing.
tiniest yonder.
They're really tiny. They're one of the tiniest ones I've ever seen. These are wintergreen seeds. They're also cold-stratified, but it doesn't want to be wet. It just wants to be cold. So
Cold, not wet.
we're growing these for our friend Julie because wintergreen is something she uses for her medicinal herbs. So I got a couple packets of that. I've never grown it, but I'm excited to. We are going to transplant. I'm going to have Rowyn transplant a couple of these asparagus, guys, because these are way too light.
Untangle them. But
Rowyn's going to save the day and pot some of these up, and hopefully they'll be all better. So, what's the first thing that you want to do, Rowyn, when you're about to transplant something?
Water.
Okay, good. So,
Get this out.
yep, you're going to use that,
We always use this first.
and
How do I do it? Oh yeah.
gently water everything. Yep, get it super wet.
It's overflowing. But
That's okay.
So
Try to get every square, and try to hold it up pretty far. Want me to give it a try?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to do this part over here, please.
I got it,
Okay,
I got it.
well, to do that, we're going to pull it. Whoa! the Berkey got sprayed.
The Berkey! Oh no!
Berkey
Oh,
down.
Berkey! It's water!
Water's supposed to go on the inside, though, the Berkey.
Yeah, sorry about that. Give me this. I
Okay.
can get some over here.
Is that too hot? Oh, yeah, that's a little too hot.
Squeeze this.
Okay.
Ow!
Okay.
You like hot water?
Right, just a little bit in each one.
What?
Two.
Oh.
Okay. Here you go. Little bit in each one. Keep going. That one
I
got plenty.
think I'm growing because I just got watered.
How many inches will you grow?
30. 30 in a month.
Okay, now there's a couple more that are still dry.
8. Oh. 8.
Beautiful, perfect. They actually, you would think that you're over watering them, but you actually want to water them more than you ever have because that's
Okay.
gonna help the roots
Hold
pull
on.
out the easier.
I'm just gonna leave
Let's
it
put
there.
that back. If you want to, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna leave it there, so if we're gonna do something else,
Yes.
we can do it without having to pull it out with a water emerge. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. And
You-
that.
Yeah, you
And
got
everything
you got a little wet. It's okay. So.
a little wet. Look at the Berkey. Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at everywhere.
You guys both.
Look at the plants. Look at this.
Okay, that's all right. It's all part of the fun.
Soaked.
It's all part of the fun of gardening.
Yes, it is.
So we're not just gonna pull
It might get
them.
a little hot because it gets humid in the winter
Yes.
inside the house. Humid.
So.
Humid.
First things first, we don't want too much in there because we're going to want to stick those roots down really deep in there, but we're going to just put a tiny little bit.
Wait, can I?
Yeah, go ahead. Put a tiny little bit in each one.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Boop, 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 boop. That's kind of butt.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
About a handful of everything.
Yep, handful in each one. Tiny handful. It's okay.
Handful?
If we miss them, we'll just collect it at the end and put it on top of something else. So
That's a handful.
no biggie.
Handful. I need more. Give me more of this stuff. Whee! Wait, that was
Oh, that one got a lot back there, so take some out of that guy and put it into another. Okay. Do all of them have a little tiny bit? Make sure they all have a little tiny bit.
Can I put more in the ones that are barely even filled?
Yes. Because we're going to put lots more in all of them. So next we're going to water each one, even though we have not put any asparagus in it yet.
Hold on. Let me get, a little.
We don't want it hot.
What? Hell, that's the hot side. That's perfect.
Just a little drizzle now, because we'll water from the top after we get them transplanted. Now,
Each one.
normally if I had...
Squirt in each one.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
If I had unlimited space now, I would put one asparagus plant in each pot.
Excuse me.
If I had a beautiful large greenhouse...
This guy has a question here.
What is he wondering?
Can acorns grow in pots?
They could, yes. They could.
Can I join this kind of stuff? I want more acorns.
Would you plant acorns or asparagus, Mr. Squirrel?
Acorns.
Okay, so...
Obvious question.
Yeah.
Okay.
So...
That was our very odd question of the day.
I was saying before that I would... If in a perfect world, I would put one of these seedlings in each pot. But there's not enough space. I'd have like 10 of these little baskets here. So I'm going to do 4 approximately for each pot. Or Rowyn. Yes. So here's what we're going to do. Here's one asparagus seedling.
Asparagus.
Now we want that root to touch the bottom.
Let's dog.
So stick it all the way down there. And also...
Is it okay if it's wrinkled?
Yes, it's okay if it's wrinkled. We want that root to go all the way to the bottom.
Hold on. I have an idea.
Now listen, Rowyn.
Take a handful of this.
Yeah, scooch it to the side. But we're going to be putting about 4 of those in there, so you don't have to do... Yeah. And now, we're going to take... Let's see, this one here has... I'm trying to find one with 3.
3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You can take that. This one right here has 4, so we can put all 4 in 1 cup. I only want to do about 4 per cup.
There's a small one left.
I see that. That's
fine. Can we leave that?
No. If you wanted, you can leave it, but if you were going to pull them all out together, it might be hard. I'll show you something. Oh, good job.
That was easy.
All
what
right.
do you mean?
So yeah, you can put all 3 of those in there.
Let's see here.
But,
I think we need more dirt.
Yes, definitely need more dirt. That is pretty much perfect, except we want them even lower. We want them to be about... See how tall these 2 are? We want about that much sticking out for these guys. So, how about you hold them in here and I'll put the dirt in. Can you do that?
Is that good?
That's perfect.
Hold on. I need these guys to be lower.
Excuse me, Mr. Squirrel. So...
Help me! A pile of soil just dropped on me! Oh, sorry.
This guy's still a little leggy, but not as leggy as he was. So, it's a win.
Oh gosh, you should have planted them apart.
That's perfect, honey, right there.
I know, but
they are.
Well, that's actually perfect.
That's perfect. Okay.
That's perfect.
Now,
can I just flatten this down?
Yeah, flatten it down a little bit.
Flat. Do we water?
Don't, not yet. Be careful you don't smush this guy.
Oh,
if you can, I like to pull him towards the middle a little bit, like this.
Have one little thing I need.
It's just so they're not right up
Perfect
against.
for this occasion. Little thing. Perfect. Brilliant.
Okay. So, I pulled this one out. This is what I kind of wanted to do before, but I pulled this one out like this. The roots are already really develop. There's some things that you definitely would not be able to hold the root ball together like that at this young of an age, so that's good. And we're just gonna bury it as far as we can and kind of push this one
Boo.
over here.
Let's use this back end.
Hold on.
Hold on, just flatten this down. Perfect for the occasion, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Flatten. Flatten.
Okay. I need you to hold this little guy down while I get some dirt. Can you do that, Rowyn? Can you reach in there?
Okay. You come here, little guy.
Not that guy. This guy.
What's he?
Reach your hand in and push them both down. So the point is to get them not leggy. Push that other guy down too. Perfect. Yep, perfect. Good job. Great job.
That's on my hands.
That's okay. That's okay.
Excuse
Can we
me.
pull him
Can
in
I-
just a little bit?
Let me just do.
Gorgeous.
Let me just. Yeah. Sorry. Let me just. In the corner, I need to pat this down because it's so far back.
Okay, so we're going to take a break and keep doing this. And
Wait, do you want to do a fast forward?
we could do a fast forward.
It would be like it would zip through.
Yeah.
So we could just do it.
We'll
And it
record
wouldn't-
the whole time and then we'll zip
It wouldn't seem that long, but it would actually be very long.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's good. And then we'll see you in the next video. Wink, wink, wink.
If we're going to do that, we're going to have Daddy come and hold it. So I hope we gave you guys some ideas to help you beat the late winter blues.
Like and subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. Bye. Peace.
They're
This is
brittle.
me.
They're brutal.
Just so funny.